Welcome back to the video blog. Adam Daniel Mezei. It's Friday here in Toronto, otherwise known as Toronto. That means it's Grab Ass Fridays. Grab Ass Fridays, that time of the week when we step back and we thank the contributions of the people in our indie community doing some pretty interesting things and some very educational things, moreover, for our little scene. So today's Grab Ass goes out to Stacey Parks of Film Specific. filmspecific.com. You can check her out. She has a lot of interesting little tools and resources there. And I recently had a chance to sit in an interview with Stacey at Film Specific. It was great. We had a 40-minute long interview. Interesting thing is that Stacey does a hell of a lot of blogging, and she's been getting a lot of heat lately on places like Ted Hope's blog and at John Reese's site. And she's going to be giving a little seminar, and it's going to be taking place on the 6th of December. And apparently there are only 6 places left. It's called Film Financing 2.0 Essential Training. Film Financing 2.0 Essential Training. Basically, how to navigate the very complex film financing world here in our new 2.0 space, which is after the advent of social media, for lack of a better term. So what she's going to be covering are the 4 different ways that you could possibly get your independent film financed. Of course, first one would be pitching to established production companies. Production companies that are out there that are doing things that are probably a little bit more experienced than you are, and you can piggyback on some of the contacts and the networks that they've established so that they can help bootstrap your production. Another way you could probably get money into your independent picture is through, of course, tax incentives. Depending on which jurisdiction where you're located in, it could also mean you get some free money from the government, in addition to some tax credits and kickbacks. Places like Canada and, of course, most European countries that have larger societies, of course, offer these sorts of tax incentives. Pre-sales, where you pre-sale a given territory and you give it in advance, is usually small, but sometimes it can be lucrative depending on which country. Or co-production deals, in the sense that your country has a special deal with another country, whereby if you use actors from one country, the director from your country, and there's some money, say, from your country or their country, or in combination, you're able to avail yourself of certain rules, tax incentives, distribution arrangements, etc. They're very complicated little things, but they're kind of nice to have. And a lot of European films are co-productions, usually between 2 or 3 countries. And of course, the last one is crowdfunding, which is a form of crowdsourcing. There are different kinds of crowdsourcing, but crowdfunding is one particular way, and that is your 4th way. To repeat, pitching to established production companies, you can have tax incentives, you can have pre-sales or co-production agreements. That's the 3rd one. And the 4th, of course, is crowdfunding. So, Stacey Parks, thank you so much for giving PMDing a platform at Film Specific, and for being one of the big evangelists of the producers of marketing and distribution's role. And that's really fun to have done that interview, and it's great to be blogging with you, and it's great to be interacting and reading some of the materials off your site. I read it at Ted Hope's blog, one of his blogs of the many that he has, and I was really turned on. You keep on reinforcing the message. That's exactly what we PMDs do. You just constantly rinse, 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 repeat. That's how you get it done. Thanks again for watching, everybody. You want to catch up with that on Monday. There are 6 places left. Go to filmspecific.com and you can get in touch with Stacey Parks. Stacey, you get the grab ass this Friday here from a very unsnowy Toronto in comparison to yesterday. Wishing you the very best of things, and these babies here, they're getting pretty popular lately. Take a lot of naps.